Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I am Justin Allen, and I'm here with my buddy Moses Wartooth, and we're alive. Haven't made a show in a while, so
yeah, took a little bit of a sabbatical.
Been dealing with some things, is all I'm saying, man. Now we've been up some pretty good stuff, man, some good shenanigans and all that. But I don't know, do we need to tell them what we've been doing now, or do you want to just get into like some of the hot topics now? What do we need to do, man? What's more important? Are we more important than what's happening to the nation, or is the nation more important than us?
I'm gonna say we're more important.
Let's go.
We're being honest. Like, no one cares what's going on with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what we've been up to.
Okay, well, here you go. Moses and I basically lost our fucking mind, which is why it's been radio silence for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just a lot of living it up, man. Having a good time, dude. Taking a lot of trips out of town. I got a lip ring now. That's cool.
I went on a vision quest. I mean, a lot of stuff happened.
Oh, my God. I will tell you, I don't know. It's Halloween weekend right now. So it's the weekend before Halloween as we're filming this. It's actually the Sunday before Halloween. And so, also, the election's coming up. We'll get on that in a minute. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe the unmeasurable weight, just the mental burden of this election going on just broke our psyche, dude.
Very well could have.
So, I don't know.
I mean, we've been reporting on this shit for a year now.
Yeah.
And it finally just caught up to us. We just couldn't take it anymore.
We've been in the trenches.
We have.
Like some shit not seen since the beaches of fucking Normandy.
Since the days of Genghis Khan.
So, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's been wild, man. It's been a wild few weeks, took like time off, like, found Christ, whatever.
Found him, lost him again. Keep looking for him.
Yeah, man. I don't even know where to start, like what I've been up to, dude. I do want to talk about on Saturday night. I went to it was Friday night, whatever. It was the weekend. I went to a haunted house in our local town.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, called Total Insanity. Have you heard about it?
I've seen the billboards and shit.
Okay, so this is ran by a local volunteer fire department, right? They raise money every year. They get other funding or whatever. It's cool. And I've never been to it. I've driven past it every year and never went in. I see a lot of families and stuff. There's like a hayride thing. And I'm like, oh, this is like which it is, but it's a family-friendly thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be scary. It's not going to be bad. Like,
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
This shit was fucking terrifying, dude. And so first thing about me is I do not fuck around with the dark and shit popping out. Like, I don't do that at all. We ain't doing this shit. I watched too many horror movies in the 90s. The Poltergeist still freaks me the fuck out. I am not doing this shit. And so me and my girlfriend, we go on a date. We're having a good time. It's her birthday weekend too, man. So she's with me every step of the way of me losing my mind and just going absolute bonkers. And what it is actually the success from the show has been hard to handle.
Understandable. I mean, we're up to 30 viewers now? Holy
per
shit.
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So shout out to all you guys.
Pressure.
Yeah. There's the pressure is causing cracks in the structure, okay? I can't handle the fame and fortune that comes with this, So she's with me every step of the way through this, because it's not easy. And it's a lot of things you guys couldn't even relate to, of course, overnight fame and success is not an easy thing to manage. Jesus Christ.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, if people listening to this are actually going to think I just lost my fucking mind now, dude. So we go to this haunted house, man, and, I get up there at the ticket booth, and I'm like, okay, cool. And one thing that becomes apparent to me is there's 3 different things you can do. It's not just a haunted house. So it's the haunted house.
So it's a house?
It's an actual house. Okay. It's a trailer house.
Okay.
And they did pretty good.
That's scary enough as it is.
Yeah.
Unknown trailer house around here. Probably meth lab.
Yeah, dude, it's like some straw dog shit. Somebody's getting fucking raped is all I'm saying. But so they go and they're like, all right, man, we got this haunted house for you. We got this haunted trail. Which instantly I was like, fuck that. And then we got because it's through the woods and shit.
What time was it?
Okay, it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
It's dark.
Pitch ass dark. Yeah.
And then they got a hayride, so it's pulled by a tractor, trailer pulled by a tractor, some hay bales, you just sit on it, and you go through this little part in the woods, right? So I'm like, all right. And I'm asking the guy, I'm like, which one's more scarier? And he's just kind of like, and I ask multiple employees this shit, and they all just give the same answer. They're like, right? And then on the like flyer, it says not recommended for children. Okay, that should have been red flag number 1. And my man, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Give me a ticket for all 3. Give me 2 tickets for all 3. Like, we're going to do it. Even if we change our mind, whatever, I'm just going to pay for it. We'll be good. It goes to a good cause, the volunteer fire department. Because if you tuned in one of our previous episodes, you know that Justin Allen's fire hydrants don't fucking work in his neighborhood. Thank you, local fucking bureaucracy.
So you need the volunteer fire department.
I need the volunteer fire department. So out of the goodness of my heart, I help fund the fucking service that I pay taxes for anyway, right? But whatever. Go fuck yourselves. So anyway, these guys are cool, and I know some of them or whatever. And so we get our tickets and we get in line. There's no line to this house. It's like it's just dead for whatever reason. We're like, okay, we're like whatever. And we're talking to the guy, and he's like, okay, cool, man, like, you know, we're gonna let you in. Here's some basic rules, like don't touch these actors, stay behind the white line, all this shit, right? And then there was a small group that went before us, and as this dude is talking to us, I just hear like horrific screaming, like periodically through his little safety spiel, right, of like what you can and can't do and all this other shit. And he's like warning us, he's like, hey, there's cameras in every room, like we monitor everything, and like don't do anything stupid,
don't do no funny shit,
yeah, you're gonna be fine, like blah 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 blah. Dude, this tells you anything? They had an ambulance on standby outside of this fucking haunted house, dude. Okay, that should have been fucking red flag numero dos right there, dude. You know, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a fucking party, right? And I'm like, I'll straight up tell you, man, when it comes to that kind of shit, like, I'll do crazy shit. But when it comes to, like, haunted houses and, like, boo, it's dark, all that stupid shit, I am the biggest pussy you will ever meet. I scream like a bitch in that shit. I will acknowledge, I will never deny that shit. I don't fucking play it. I don't want no part of it, right? And my date's cool. Like, she, you know, my girlfriend, like, she's cool. Like, sorry, she likes Rob Zombie, like, you know, that scene, like, where it's like really like gore, like movies,
the horror vibe.
Yeah. And so she's a little nervous because she's starting to see this shit, and she's starting to see the reactions of the people coming out of the end of it, and we're like, do we really want to do this?
Like, did that dude come out missing a hand?
Oh yeah, and I'm fishing for any reason to bail on this, dude. Like, I'm just straight up not having a good time already, haven't even started, right? And so anyway, the guy's like, all right, man, y'all ready? Like, gets done with his little spiel. I'm like, fuck it, I guess we are, dude. And he just beats on the door. Boom, boom, boom. He's like, doors opens. He was like, he's like, go in.
No victims.
And this fucking chick pushes me first, right? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Actually, I think I threw her in there first. I can't fucking remember. The adrenaline was high. But anyway, regardless.
Ladies first.
Yeah. And so what they did is they created a maze within this single wide trailer house. So you go through, like, it's real thin and it's tight fit, like, you know. And dude, like, it is super dark because every haunted house I'd ever been into, it's always lit, right? In case someone falls or there's an accident or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
like emergency light.
Yeah, basically. There's always some sort of ambient light, even when it's dark, right? No. These dudes went straight fucking Saw. Remember Saw 1, that fucking room they were in, shuts the door and it goes all black and shit after he stands up at the end and starts playing that crazy music?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck was going on in there, dude. So we get kicked in this fucking room, right? And we walk in, and after going down this really small, like, just shitty hallway, everything's made out of, like, fucked up plywood. It's all spray painted. There's blood everywhere and everything. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So we walk in this room, and then lo and behold, man, like, it is literally that skinny bitch from The Ring crawling out of the TV, okay? And she's just sitting in a chair, like, against the furthest wall in the middle, right? And she's just got her hair down and shit, got a dress on, and there's one, like, fucked up light in the room, and it's just, like, fucking flickering over, right? And I'm like, no. And I'm screaming. As soon as we walk in, I see it, and I just start yelling. They could hear me outside, because we're the only two in there at this time. Yeah. So there's people waiting, right? Okay? Like, and the guys that work there, I caught a couple of them laughing at my response, like, at my reaction to this shit, dude. And so what happened is, we go in there, I see that, and I instantly just start yelling. I'm like, nope, fuck that. No, we're not doing it. Boom, lights shut off, right? Lights come back on. That bitch is in another place in the room. She's closer, right? Boom, lights go off, come back on. Next thing you know, she's crawling on the floor, getting up on us, like trying to crawl on us. And then dudes are popping out of the shadow, grabbing onto us and shit like that. And I'm like screaming. I'm like, ah! Like, dude, I'm hiding my face into a woman's shoulder. And I'm just like, fuck no, why? And then so anyway, they kind of direct you, like they'll open the next door. Like you'll see it just pop open, right? And so she's like, go. And then like, dude. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like fucking terrified at this point, right? And this is where it gets kind of funny. So this dude, if you don't start going, like they'll kind of push you, freak you out to get you to go. Yeah. And so this dude, like they're like rubbing on us and like, I don't know, just messing with us, like pulling our hair and shit, you know. And so this dude starts fucking with us, and he's like right behind me, and he's going full fucking send. And you can feel him like breathing on your neck and shit. And there's all this weird music going on. It's super disorienting, man. And like strobe lights, and I'm like, fuck this, right? And I just take off booking down this hallway, right? Because it's the main hallway that goes down the fucking trailer house.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? If I can get there quicker, I can get through this shit. And there's like shit hanging down from the ceilings and stuff, and I'm running, and what happens in like a fucking cartoon, I fucking slip, hit the fucking wall, and I literally fall down, and I'm just in this fucking haunted house, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I can't get up because the floor is covered in goddamn black plastic, right?
So it's just slick as shit.
I'm slicking, and I'm just like trying to get up. I look like that little kid from the first Jurassic Park when he locks that Velociraptor in the freezer, and he's trying to crawl up off the ice to get out of there before that motherfucker. That's what I look like, and I can't get up. And there's all this weird shit happening around me. Body parts hanging around and shit. Little fucking kids screaming in your face. Whatever, right? So anyway, I'm like fucking freaking out. And I'm trying to like grab onto something to get up. And then my date is like trying to help me up. She's like, what is it? Because then she just walked up. She was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, and I'm fucking
like flailing around the floor.
And I am terrified. I'm like, what is happening right now? I do not like this. And I just keep screaming, I am so not having a good time. Like all this shit, man. And then we go through like a couple of these more like horror rooms or whatever, dude. And I'm just like, no, hell no, dude. Like, I am not having a fucking good time, dude. And so my adrenaline is just spiking high as fuck, man. Heart rate is like 1,000,000 beats per fucking second. And I'm just like, dude, I'm going to have a fucking heart attack, right? I mean, what better place to have it than outside of a fire department with an
like ambulance ready.
Yeah. You know? So, and then, so we get through and we're going and we're like getting to, oh, fuck, dude. It's just like, it's just, I don't know, it's just the most bonkers shit. They have a room that is literally like Leatherface from the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is a dude all fucked up with a chainsaw. They bring him out. Lights go off. They come back on. Because you walk in this empty room, and then the lights come back on or whatever. And then next thing you know, it's fucked up dude. Blood, body parts, all this shit. They have child actors screaming as victims and shit. And then he's got like a fucking chainsaw, and it's like right up to your goddamn face. And it's just, you can feel the exhaust from that gasoline-powered fucking chainsaw. And I'm just like screaming. I'm like that chick that gets hung on that hook in that fucking movie, just screaming, dude. I'm like, I can't fucking do anything. So we take off, we go fucking running, get in the last room. Right now, at this point, dude, I'm probably sitting at 140 beats per fucking minute. My blood pressure's probably hovering around 160 over 110, right? Like, I am fight or flight.
Heart palpitation.
Yeah, dude. Justin is about to go down, dude. We're about to have a coon down in a haunted house. I repeat, coon 1 is down, right? So anyway, send in the fucking rescue team. Anyway, man, we get to the last room, and it's like a straight trap house theme. There's trash everywhere and stuff. It's a bedroom. There's a bed, there's a dresser, and it's like, what the fuck? And there's a dude, like a crystal meth tweaker, right, on the bed, laying there, but he's wearing a fucked up clown mask. And he's just like shaking, tweaking out, and he's like, right? And they do all this fucking crazy shit.
Like convulsions and
yeah, and the lights are on. It's white light, so you can see what's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And it's not really scary, but at this...
It's weird.
Oh, yeah, dude. And like, dude, at this point, I am gagging from the adrenaline. I'm about to throw up. Like, I'm just like, I'm like literally gagging. And then fucking, dude, they shut the fucking lights on. Fucking strobe lights, they shut the lights off, goes pitch black, and I'm like, what the fuck? Strobe lights come on. Next thing you know, there's like fucking half a dozen clowns in this fucking room with like fucking knives and baseball bats, beating on shit, throwing shit at you and stuff. And I'm just like, fuck this. And then I just scream. I see some of them fucking laughing because I just scream. I was like, we are so going home after this. I was like, why did we do this? And then that is the end of it. We fall out the fucking door. All the staff that worked there are just laughing because they could just hear me the entire time screaming, God, no, fuck that. Why? We are so going home after this. Like, I can't do it. I'm going to fucking throw up. Like, all this. Yeah, dude. It was wild. That was
Were there other people waiting to come in whenever?
Yeah, there was children waiting to go in, like 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds, and I saw them coming out, and they were fine. They were fucking fine. I went full bitch mode in that thing, dude.
You probably hyped them up so much before they even got in there. They were like, "Holy shit!" So did you go on the fucking trail and hayride?
All right, dude. So after that, so I talked to the fucking dudes. I'm like, all right, man, I need a no bullshit assessment. Okay, I can't do that twice. I was like,
like on the level of this, where's this?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to gauge. I was like, is the house the worst, right? And the other dude one of the dudes was like, dude, do not go on that fucking trail. And he was like telling me, he was like, the trail is designed where you have to have your eyes open. You get fucked with on it because you have to figure out where to go. Oh. And like there's shit, you got like puzzles and shit.
So you could like get lost in there, basically.
You could get lost in there. Yeah, dude. And so like, he was like, if you want a more chill experience, go on the hayride. It just takes you through a trail. They don't touch you, none of that shit. And the hayride was kind of cool. It was basically, they take you through and it's a knockoff of The Purge.
Okay.
And so you go in there and essentially everyone's gone crazy. There's no fucking rules. Like dudes wearing gas masks with like machetes and shit. Just purge style shit and and all that stuff, and it's not long, it's like 5 minutes. It's like, all right, I can handle that. I mean, there's a little like jump out at you kind of thing, but nothing too fucking crazy. But the trail, I heard the fucking screams from that shit. Hell no, dude. Like, hell no, dude. I ain't gonna be able to figure anything out while I'm in there. I'm gonna solve a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying not to have a fucking heart attack and throw
with a fucking equation on there, like.
And then so we got done with like the hayride, and it was the end of the night because they killed it at midnight on Friday, right? They were like, all right, we're done, because they don't do it every single night or whatever too, and then they try to cut it at a decent time. But so as we're leaving, like some of the employees, like some of the actors are like, hey, did anybody check that trail to be sure? Like that no one got fucking lost and is still out in the goddamn woods. And I'm like, dude, fuck. I look at my date and she was like, that's reassuring. And I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. You can go do that, have fun, whatever. So I was like, dude, I'll just take off and start booking it. You find me fucking 3 weeks later in the fucking woods living like that fucking shit. What is that fucking Rambo?
Dude, Bear Grylls.
Eating a fucking salmon out of the fucking goddamn river, you know? So,
I've been surviving off of worms and piss.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that guy does that shit though. But that was cool, man. And then so we went on that date, and then my date and I, we went out. We had a good little time or whatever. We actually called it an early night that night because adrenaline, man, that's one thing a lot of people don't realize. That shit'll make you tired when it wears off.
Oh, it's physically exhausting. Well, and emotional. It's like both. It's just exhausting.
I had to go home.
It's taxing on your body.
Yeah, I had to go home and just lay down and watch Rick and Morty. Like, I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I gotta recover.
Decompress after that shit. Yeah,
I gotta recover after this, man. I gotta be good. And like, I don't do any drugs and I don't drink anymore, so it's all natural. So I don't have anything to hide.
There's no other outlets.
There's nothing to pick me up from this, I gotta go to sleep, man. But it was cool, man. Then like the next day, so it would have been Saturday, technically yesterday. Girlfriend and I, we went out on the spur of a moment. We're like, fuck it. We're going to get tattoos and piercings. Well, I didn't get a tattoo, but she did. And then she got her nose pierced, and I got my fucking lip.
Nose? Or
yeah, she's got a stud in it now, but she's going to put a hoop in it. Because she was asking me my opinion, and I was like, to be honest with you, I think nose piercings look good on women. Typically look good, right? It's just one of those things that I think looks good. And but for me personally, I think a hoop is fucking hot. I was like, do that. But the guy was like, you're just gonna have to stick with a stud for like 2 months and let it heal and then do that. And I was like, fucking good. So I was in there, and on the spur of the moment, I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to get my lip pierced, right? And obviously, if you made it this far in this episode, you probably watched a few more, so you know the kind of person I am, and this is completely out of character right now, Like, so, yeah, I got my lip pierced, man. I got to let it heal up for a few weeks, and then I'll be able to put a loop in it. But I kind of like that to fuck with people. Like, cause I always dress like clean and business casual and stuff. So to walk into like those types of environments and then just have like a lip ring in, like it still meets all the criteria for that shit, but then it has that low key little thing where it's like, oh, that dude's got a little bit of a wild side to him, like some crazy shit in his head or whatever, and be like, yeah, I can fucking party. It just says, yeah, I can party. That's all that says, you know what I mean? Even though I don't, So, it was good. Yeah, I took her out to like a 5-star steakhouse. That was kind of fun. That was a lot of fun, man. And kind of like in our local area or whatever. That cost about $300. That hurt. Like, that dude was handing that ticket to me, a check to me, and the hand was like shaking, handing back the fucking debit card, like, yeah, whatever, swipe it, and sitting there and just like, please,
it's plastic, it's not real money.
Please go through, through, So, but it was one of those places that's fancy, like all doctors and lawyers and shit in town go into, and so me and my date are just sitting there, like, we're kind of like in the back or whatever. I mean, it's like a really nice place. I mean, white tablecloths, like they're really catering to you hand and foot, and I dressed really nice that night too. Like I put on a tie, slacks, dress shoes. Like I was gonna make it like a night to remember. And but dude, just the dynamic between us is what made it funny. So all these other people are being like bougie and wearing that fucking facade fake bullshit, which I hate, man. Which we'll get onto here in a moment. Why I love black clubs and why I went to one later that night, right? But I just hate fake fucking people. I hate people who just lie about shit. It's like, just be who the fuck you're gonna be. I get like you can't talk certain ways in certain environments and shit, but just be a genuine fucking person. You know what I mean? Because then if you are the people that come into your life and are around your life, those are gonna be people that are like real with you, and you're gonna have
you'll actually like them.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have a great life, man. You're not gonna have any fucking problems.
Keeping up with the Joneses bullshit.
Yeah. So all it is in there is a bunch of keeping up with the Joneses and shit, and it's me and my date, which are just raw as fuck. And so we're just having these fucking wild conversations, and we're getting some fucking looks, man. And it's just so fucking funny because they're just like, yeah, well, Bill got the job over there, like doing this or whatever, and then we're over here like, hey, man, do you think fucking Trump is a fucking sub for Melania? Like, I feel like she dominates him and like basically steps on his balls and puts cigarettes out in his chest, because I heard that fucking theory the other day. But yeah, dude. So I don't know, man. Like, it was a good time, man, and then to spice up the night at the end, I was like, hey, fuck it, let's go dancing. And because even though the dinner was amazing, the dinner was not her and I mean, it was a really good time, right? Like, made it, I'm just talking shit about the people around us, but I was like, fuck it, let's cut loose, man, because she was dressed phenomenally well. And so I took her out to a local nightclub, which is like the black club in our area.
Yeah.
And dog, this shit, I love it. I love it. People will joke, especially like, other like white dudes would be like, why are you going there? And I'm like, I know I don't fit in at all. At all. I do not at all. I don't, like, visually looking and shit, do not fit in at all. But I've never had a bad time. It's always been a fucking blast. And the real reason I like it is because nobody gives a fuck. Because before we went to a local like country dance hall, right? It's a lot of line dancing and shit, some Footloose, everybody's looking for Kevin Bacon kind of shit, whatever the fuck, right? And so anyway, fucking, it's real like structure. It's fake. It's fucking fake. That's what it is. It's just like you're waiting on these certain songs to play so everybody can line dance, and it's like these basic bitches out there like, oh yeah, I want to shake my ass. Yeah. And then it's a bunch
so you
of
can get your little Snapchat bullshit stories out there.
And it's a bunch of fucking like half cucked fucking beta bitch fucking dudes out there are like, oh, I put in the effort to learn all this shit just for a chance to try to talk to this fucking to get turned down and go home and jerk off in my parents' bedroom.
To dance with some chick who doesn't give a fuck about you, and you're never gonna do anything else besides dance with her that one time, and then she's out.
Because at the end of the day, you still can't talk to women.
Exactly.
So then you just end up sitting on the side, you just fucking double fisting fucking.
And then you get used and tossed, and you still feel like shit.
Yeah. And you're still a little bitch.
That's funny.
So I don't like it. So when we go there, and then we're like sitting there, and we're like, we're doing our own thing or whatever. Like because I don't dance to that kind of music at all. And because I don't know any of the fucking dance. I've never taken the time to fucking do it because I'm not a redneck. I don't hang out in those places and shit. I don't mind country people, but I'm talking about like Hicks and all this fucking stupid shit. Especially like the jockey, like they're preps, but they're like fucking...
Yeah, they're not real. I call them fake ass fucking rednecks, dude.
Yeah.
I like rednecks. I like country people. I like country shit. I like all that stuff, but I do not like the fake motherfuckers.
When I use the term redneck, I talk about like the tweaker side of it, where it's just like the fucking...
I even like those guys. Those guys are hilarious. But I know you're talking about the ones that fucking the rhinestone cowboys.
Yes, that's it. There you go. Yeah,
shit.
the rhinestone cowboys. Yeah. That's a term I haven't used in a long time. And that's all that's in those fucking places, man. And it's so fucking annoying. And it's like, how do you think this 21-year-old kid is driving an $85,000 truck? And you want to talk to me about like
working hard,
buddy? You know what I mean? Like, go fuck yourself, you know? So it's full of that. And like, and the women that go there, it's like, dude, I just don't like fake ass bitches. And that's all the fuck it is, man. That's all it is. The conversations are fucking surface level. There's not a fucking, there's not two neurons to snap anything between, dude. You know? And it's just like, what the fuck is happening to America, dude? This country's on a downward spiral, and it started with fucking goddamn Footloose. And it's just fucking, it's just heading for a cliff. That's all I'm saying. But so then I'm like, you know what? And I always do this. I always will take us there because we'll get a table, like we'll kind of do our own little thing for a little bit, and then I, kind of prime the night for dancing, and then we go to the Black Club. Dog. Fucking amazing. It's also a college town. It was homecoming weekend, right?
Oh shit, so it was packed.
Oh, it was fucking packed. And they had a fucking DJ. Let me tell you this, man. They had a fucking guest DJ come in from like Houston or some shit. Dude, the massive line outside was insane. There was probably 200 people waiting to get into this club that might be able to hold 700 fucking people.
Jesus. And normally these places around where we live, dead, like fucking
They're dead. They're dead. Like you go to like...
There's no line, like there's nothing.
Yeah, like this Black Club that I go to, like if you go there on a standard Saturday, you're lucky if there's 50 people in there. And so anyway, so my honky ass gets out of the car, and and I'm walking to the parking lot, and I just look like I'm on the set of a Little Boozy music video, like, you know what I mean? Now you got to remember, I'm wearing dress shoes, slacks, button down, tucked in, dress belt, fucking tie. My date is wearing like a really nice like black dress. I mean, we look like we went to a formal event, right? And then now we're walking up. It's Halloween fucking weekend at a Black Club that is packed to the fucking brim, dude. And it is just like bitches all decked out in like slutty Halloween gear, just looking for a reason to twerk. And I'm all about it. I'm just like, line me up, man. And by the way, this place is BYOB.
Oh, God.
Okay, because they can't hold a fucking liquor license to save their goddamn lives, you know?
I mean, to be honest, man, that's my kind of place.
Dude, I love it. I love it, man. I don't even drink, and I love that shit, you know? So anyway, fucking we're waiting in line, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, fuck, man, we're going to be in line for an hour. And I tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm going to give this, like, 10 or 15 minutes. If it doesn't move on, then we'll just go somewhere else, and, we'll figure something else out. And, then all of a sudden, dude, so I'm legitimately half deaf in my left ear. Like, actually, it's from all my shit in the military, and also playing in rock bands. Yeah, I've been playing guitar for like 20 years. But anyway, so neither here nor there. But, so I can't hear shit to save my fucking life. But there are things that just cut through like a warm knife through butter, man. And it's anybody who talks about money. I will perk up like when a deer hears something in the woods? That's what I look like. And we're like, dude, we're like 40, 50 people back from security, checking IDs and all this shit. And so they got a guy checking IDs. They got like 2 security guards, bulletproof vests, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it literally is, it's what you think it is. You know what you're getting into. And I just hear the security guy go, $20 to skip the line. And everybody's trying to price haggle him and shit like that. I hear that. I fucking perk up. Dude, I got like $300 or $400 and a wad of cash in my breast pocket. Dude, I grabbed my fucking date's hand. I was like, let's go. Walk right to the front with my Wonder Bread ass, and I fucking said $20 to skip the line. And he was like, yep. I was like, each? He was like, yep. I fucking peeled off 40. I was like, here you go. Walked right up in that bitch like I own the fucking place, you know? And then I told her on the way in, I was like, that's what America's all about. That's what we got to get back to. That's who we really are, man. Fucking pay to play.
Pay to play.
So yeah, we go in, man, and it's like your standard like black club and stuff, you know, like stage is full of bitches twerking. Everyone's taking Snapchat videos and stuff, man. There's just dudes walking around with bottles. There was a guy in there that had like a wooden sword, right? And but on the sword were like donut shaped bagels, and he was going around selling bagels at like midnight.
What the fuck?
On Saturday? Yeah, but he was dancing. Like he didn't work for the club. Like he just brought a sword.
He just brought his sword full of bagels.
Full of bagels? Yeah, dude. And so it's wilder the more you think about it.
He was looking for the Jews.
Yeah, there was a dude that just set up shop and was selling Jello shots.
That's smart.
You know, it was like BYOB. Fuck it, he dragged in a table with him.
God damn.
And like had it up, like yeah. Oh, dude, it's fucking Wild West, dude.
Do we need to go in there and sell our merch?
We should. I didn't even think about it. That might not go over as well, considering what our mascot is, and everyone tends to think that's some
I don't know, man.
Shit.
I think we can get some people wearing this. Free shirt with the purchase of 6 Jello shots.
You do that.
There we go. Now.
Give him some incentive to do the right thing here. You see, fuck it. I'll go in there looking like a Mormon and just fucking be like, hey, you want to buy my coon shirt? Yeah, that's going to go over real well. I'm going to get fucking stabbed in the parking lot on the way out of here. Because everyone thinks our shit has some racial connotation to it, which it absolutely does not at all. If people listening to this shit right now, they know that. But it's just crazy because they'll see it and they'll be like, that's racist. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, it's not.
Like, it's 2024, dipshit.
It's like, if anything, you're actually racist for projecting that shit on us.
Yeah, you thought about it first.
Yeah,
what does that say about you?
A whole lot about you, you disgusting sack of shit. So you're the reason why there's problems in this society that we have today.
Right.
So anyway, man, so we're like dancing and stuff, and we're getting into it. And also one thing that I really like about black clubs and dancing to that type of hip hop music and stuff is, as a guy who cannot dance, who has 2 left feet, I don't have to do anything.
No, you really don't.
I just stand there.
The dude doesn't do anything.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So we have a good night, man. We're doing all that shit. It's fucking cool. We only do it for like an hour. I mean, I've only got about an hour's worth of energy in me for that shit, man. I ain't making a 6-hour thing out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just a fucking wild time. And then we just ended the night at like a little bar close to my house or whatever, and we were just hanging out, and that was kind of like our Halloween, man. So and then like we'll be at the house actual Halloween night because kids will come in the neighborhood and trick or treat and stuff, but we'll be staying in there. But
because that shit's on like what? Oh, it's on Thursday.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I lost my damn mind this weekend, man. Just fucking went a little ape shit. Spent a lot of money. I just said fuck it like the whole week, man. I was like, cool. But I don't know. I don't regret any of it. It was fun. It was a great time. Took a lot of pictures. So
yeah, that's cool. Right. The memories, man. That's what it's all about.
That's really what it comes down to, man, is the memories, you know? And that was one thing.
Take none of this shit with you.
I know, man. That was one thing why I quit fucking, one thing I found, like, you know, during periods of, like, not drinking and stuff, and then this most recent go around, been a few months of that, it's like, dude, like, yeah, like the initial, you know, like you stop doing anything kind of sucks, right? It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I want to have a good time and shit. And then after a little while, you start to realize you can have a good time without any of that shit. You can actually, in a lot of cases, have a better time without it.
The good thing is you're going to remember it.
And you're going to remember everything. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about saying some dumb shit or some bullshit drama. Like, it's just like, it's genuine fun.
Anything that you say, you knew what you were saying.
You knew it, and you meant it.
Yeah,
and you meant it.
No excuse on that shit.
Yeah. Because, you know, like when you've been drinking and like you'll try to say something, like, oh, he's just drunk or whatever, but you actually mean it and shit. You know, you're like, fuck you, whatever.
Dude, I was being serious, but whatever.
Now it's like, no, I know what the fuck I'm saying. I know it's 1 o'clock on a Sunday, but I'll fucking tell you what's up. You know? But yeah, man. So I don't know. You do anything for Halloween though? Because Halloween's in the middle of the week this year, dude. It sucks. They should make that a fucking rule where that shit's the last Saturday of October.
You would think so. Like even Friday, like Friday, Saturday, like whatever, something, man. But no, I got to fucking work Friday.
That sucks, man. Yeah. It sucks. Well, I'll have some fun.
I mean, realistically, I don't really do anything anyway, so.
That is true. Like a fucking hermit that lives in the woods.
Yeah, I ain't about that shit.
Yeah. Just takes care of the bunker we find ourselves in once a week, and that's all that matters.
That's right.
This is how I talk to the world. It's through the internet. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it was all good. It was all a good time, man. So I think for actual Halloween, when it falls during the week, I stay home. I actually don't even like going out on actual holidays if it involves driving. The reason
normally because people are wasted and there's a ton of cops.
Yes. Even last night, Saturday, like driving out, I could tell like a lot of people around us were like severely under the influence and shit. And so I was like, God, like let these guys go first, whatever. You know, like, because I'm bone sober just driving through. I'm like, fuck, you know, like at least my reaction.
Just trying to make it home.
Just trying to get home in one fucking piece. But yeah, man, like typically on actual holiday days, man, I typically just stay home, man. It's because you just don't want to deal with like just dumb shit that comes out of it, legal issues. Like even if you are drinking, just in moderation and driving and stuff, there's still just so much potential for shit to happen.
Yeah,
like, you know,
like
even
you said, other people are gonna be wasted. So
yeah. You know, even if you just have like your 1 or 2 or maybe 3 beers over a few hours or something like that, it's the other people you have to worry about. And then the cops, like, dude, like Saturday night, dude, they were pulling over everybody. Yeah. Every cop was out, man, just digging through people's shit and stuff, you know? And so, I don't know. I'll look at the arrest records to see who fucking got arrested. Because usually about after one good weekend, I recognize 1 or 2 names on there. I'm like, oh, shit. What's up, buddy? Like, how you doing?
That is one of the more entertaining things about living in a smaller town. It's like,
you know, people.
Both of us follow the arrest record shit. And we send each other, like, whenever we know somebody went to school with or something.
Bro, there was a dude that popped up the other day. Looks just like fucking Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's like a crackhead, but he looks identical to him. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah, man, like, so, but when especially Halloween, man, Halloween falls during the week, I tend to stay at home, man, and just pass out candy now to the kids. I usually like throw on some Harry Potter. I'll do some like pretty fucked up fucking childish shit, man. I'll throw on some Harry Potter PJs and I'll fucking just make a night of like popcorn and candy and like hang out with some people and shit like that and just have a good time, man. That's what really matters. But I don't know, man. I did have a bitching ass time with that black club. So who the fuck am I to really talk? You know what I'm saying? Get it, baby. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But shit, I guess we got like a couple other like legit things to actually talk about.
Yeah, we got some real world shit to talk about.
Well, I don't know. You want to start with Trump or you want to start with Vance?
Either or.
All right. So as of the airing of this, when did this shit come out? Friday?
Trump
on YouTube, yeah.
Trump, yeah. So basically, Trump went on Joe Rogan on Friday,
which is a big deal because he hasn't done that shit before.
No, well, for the longest time, Joe Rogan didn't want him on there.
Yeah, and I remember that. I remember that from years ago.
Yeah, he stated it multiple times. He was like, I don't want to do this.
He was like, it's too polarizing. Yeah. Too much of an issue. So I haven't watched any of it yet. I'm going to after this show. I think you've watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, I've watched about half of it.
So we'll see what he says.
The reason he wanted him on the show, he was like, after you got shot, he was like, I had to have you on the show. That's what he told him.
Many men
yeah.
wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. God damn, that's not
I mean, Trump's been killing it. He's been going on everybody's podcast. He's been talking like he's the fucking man, dude.
Even Vance is doing that too, man. And like Vance has been on Theo Vaughn and Tim Dillon. Like, he came out Tim Dillon's yesterday, man.
Yeah, he was on Theo's earlier in the week, previous week.
And I actually watched Theo's, and I'm like halfway through Tim Dillon's. And the thing that I like about Vance, man, even though I don't any political party, I don't agree 100% across the board, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I fucking hate that. Like when I start seeing people like, I'm a Republican, I believe in all of this, or I'm a Democrat, I believe in everything that Kamala Harris stands for. I'm like, there's not one single thing that you vary on. Yeah, like, not one.
You're not an individual. Like,
yeah. Did you even think about this, or did they just tell you what to think and you just fell for it? But I don't know, man. With shit, I done lost my train of thought. Did too much.
Vance?
Did too much. Oh yeah. So the thing I like about Vance is like, yes, he is a young dude, right? Because the big shit that I've been hearing about Harris, especially on the university, like that I go to school at, is, oh, she is reaching a younger populace, like a younger voter, like never before seen. Like all these 18, 19, 20-year-olds are just all in. Like
because
Harris,
she gets
Harris,
Beyonce
Harris.
to talk at her shit, or she has fucking Eminem fucking bring in Obama. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't believe that shit for 2 seconds.
I don't either. It doesn't make sense.
I don't fucking believe it at all. And
because she's still like in her 50s, isn't she? I mean, she's not a fucking spring chicken herself.
She's over the hill, man.
Yeah, she has nothing to. She has no fucking interlinking connections with a young person.
Yeah.
So what the
for
fuck?
sure. And it's just the young people have just been like fucking conditioned to just fucking hate Donald Trump.
Yeah, and they want to fucking elect a black woman for a fucking president, regardless if she's a brain dead moron. So.
And I fucking hate that shit. I don't give a fuck what race, what gender, what religion you are, man. Can you do the job? Are you the best? Are you the best person for the best interest of this fucking country?
Because there are plenty of capable black women that could be the president, but she is not fucking one of them.
Yeah, you know? And so, but what I do like about Vance is that he is a young guy, right? And that is one thing that I do like about him. But when I saw him on Tim Dillon and Theo Von's podcast, man, these are huge podcasts. But dude, fucking Theo Von has I think it's 7 million, 8 million followers on YouTube alone.
Yeah, at least.
Right? Because Tim Dillon has less than 1 million.
Yeah,
You know, but it's still a fuck ton, though.
Which he'll probably get more now that he's got his Netflix shit out. So, but anyways. Yeah.
But I was listening to it, man, and one thing I like about Vance is he'll have real talks. He can do the political standard shit that you hear, but then he'll start making jokes and he'll be cussing during it. Not saying you have to cuss, but it's
it humanizes you.
You're more of a person.
Yeah.
And you're having this chill, casual talk, and you're talking like this, and you're trying to be president of the United States. Now, that's interesting, because that's something we haven't really fucking seen, you know? And then my thing is, fucking Harris and Walsh have been trying to do this shit with all these podcasters, and a lot of them have fucking come forward. And they've been like, no, we're not doing this, because the Harris fucking guys, they want to sit there, and they want to dictate what will be talked about, what questions can you ask,
they want to hand them the questions and shit.
Yes, stay on subject, do not speak about this, all this other shit. Whereas Trump and Vance are like, fuck it, I'll show up. Fuck it, what are we talking about? Let's just do this shit. You know
Trump,
what I mean?
Trump will talk to anyone about anything for however fucking long. He doesn't care. You can ask him, if we could find a way to get a hold of him, he would come on our fucking show, dude. I guarantee it. He doesn't care. He will talk to anybody.
Dude, I can talk a lot, and even I would be like, holy shit, this guy's...
Dude,
this guy's on a whole nother level.
I will say because him on Joe Rogan, it's 3 hours long. I'm an hour and a half into it. Trump is the king of fucking intertwining shit. And he will answer the question. He'll tell you, but he'll give you about 45 other stories with other shit too.
Yeah, just make it this big ass thing.
Yeah, man.
He's deep.
He'll eventually circle back, but he's a fucking master at that shit, dude.
Basically turning into some QAnon shit without saying QAnon.
Man, he'll go if you ask him, what are you gonna do about the border? It'll get tossed into him knowing 17 different people and talking to Xi Jinping and all these other people, and he'll be like, but back to the border, like I said. Dude,
it's a simple question.
It's fucking crazy.
Simple fucking question, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, the legit polls that I've been looking at, the national polls, man, put Harris at fucking winning. Not by much, but they put her at winning by around a point, a percentage point, which I don't know. You know, I just don't fucking see it.
But
man.
We've talked about it tons of polls are bullshit.
They are. I actually think that they exist and they're rigged by the mainstream media to deter fucking people from voting.
Yeah.
I think they put that shit out there and they're like, well, Trump's not going to fucking win. So why should I? My vote doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. It's a drop in the bucket. Blah, blah, blah. Jerk off the electoral college. Whatever the fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. Also, there's 30 other fucking people you have to vote for on those things. You might want to check out some of those fucking judges and some of those fucking people that actually sit in Congress, because those are the motherfuckers that really change and make laws that affect you on a daily fucking basis. Because an executive order, nah, you can fucking write that shit up, hang that shit in the air for 90 fucking days, and Congress has to fucking vote on it. But fucking the reality is, man, it's those motherfucking nameless, faceless cocksuckers, all 535 of them that sit in those fucking bullshit fucking seats. They sit there and hawk for 40 fucking years. Those are the guys telling you how to live your fucking life, and those are the dudes selling out of fucking America every goddamn day, and you just sit by and go, who the fuck is my representative? Whatever.
No one knows.
Anyway, man, I'm excited about Halloween. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I honestly, in my core, I want him to win, but I actually feel like Trump is going to win.
I mean, I feel like again, it's so fucked, man, because if you doubt the legitimacy of the election, you're fucking called out on it.
You're an extremist.
Yeah, which is bullshit, because we
can't even say that it's going to be rigged on this show.
I know, and it makes no sense, because if you were to ask any fucking person, left or right, do you think the election is 100% guaranteed non-fraudulent in any way? Who the fuck is going to say yes? You have soul. Yeah. You just totally believe in the system, and that there's no way that fraud can happen one way or the other.
Well, here's the thing. They believe in the system as long as their guy's sitting in office.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
just like fucking Hillary, whenever Trump won, she was like, she denied that fucking happened.
Yeah.
And then whenever he denied it, they were like, oh my God, he's a fucking election denier.
As long as your guy's in charge, it's cool.
Yeah. It's like, as long as you're winning the game, nobody's cheating. But
You know
as
what,
soon
dude?
as you start to lose, it's cheating.
I think we should fucking change the rules, man. I think we should make cheating legal. I think we should say, fuck it. If you're smart enough to pull it off and fool everyone, fucking go to town. And then it becomes who is actually smarter and who can do this shit, you know? Like some real Hunger Games shit
But
going
then
on.
at that point, there is no point in voting.
Like fucking 400 million people in the country, we got fucking 585 million votes counted or some shit, you know?
It was like, well, the Syrians counted them up again. They think it's right this time. Like,
God damn. I don't know. You think they're still using those Dominion voting machines?
yeah, they are.
They are? Oh, that's always reassuring.
And again, like another point that I voted last Tuesday or something for early voting.
Uh-huh.
So when I went up there, did my normal shit, voted, and then on the last page of it is other positions. I wasn't sure what they were, but they had no opposition. There was no running.
Yeah, it'll be like this judge or county commissioner.
So I just didn't
things
even
like that,
I didn't even fucking
comptroller.
vote for them. Like I just left it blank because they're not running against anyone. And I don't know who the fuck they are or what they even do. So my statement in this is we need to put our names on those ballots.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I'll run for something and you run for something, and I guarantee you, like people are gonna vote for whoever has a cooler name.
Yeah.
Like
Moses Wartooth and Justin Allen, dude.
I don't know, like if I see Moses Wartooth and Stephen Smith, I'm voting for Moses.
yeah, dude.
Like if I see Ricardo whatever and Justin Allen, picking Justin Allen.
Yeah, dude.
And before you know it, we'll be constables and commissioners in our own town.
And then we'll run this fucking city from the ground
And
up,
I guarantee you, I will fix potholes and I will do shit that nobody else
do
does.
shit. Do shit. All clubs are BYOB now.
Yeah, liquor license out the
Out
window.
the fucking window. We just told the state to go fuck itself. You know? Oh, man. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it'd be fucking hard to, like, get some shit like that, to be quite honest with you. Because, I mean, there's tons. I mean, there's literally every single election. There's, like, a dozen people that are completely unopposed.
There was
vote.
at least 10. There was at least 10 that had no...
Just go vote
there was
for
just
yourself.
one name on that.
Yeah, just go vote for yourself. And then even like you look at, you know, our representative for like Texas State Congress, right? He doesn't actually get that many votes for, I think it's 5 counties. I think it's only like I can't even remember. I think it's around like 20,000 votes every time, every presidential election. And so the thing is like, I don't think it'd be that fucking crazy to think if someone came around and just fucking rock that boat the right way, man. I think you could just say some crazy shit.
I think you really could.
I think if one of us just got up there and were just like, yo, fuck that guy, just said that right there, like half the people would be like, I like the way that guy talks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be like, are you sick and tired of getting nothing fucking done?
Yeah.
You're like, vote me in. I'm gonna do some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how or anything else, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
It's gonna be better than that guy.
it'll be me and you together. Be like, we're in this together.
It's us. And just keep talking about the ominous they.
Yes.
They are coming for you. They are gonna destroy this.
They think they know you. They want to control us. We can't let that happen.
We are the silent majority. Yeah, we got that. That works. I've always liked that term, man. Reagan coined that. You know, Trump really did just hijack a bunch of shit from Ronald Reagan.
They all do.
Yeah, literally hijacked his campaign slogan, Make America Great Again. That was Ronald Reagan. The silent majority, that was Ronald Reagan. Getting shot, that was Reagan. And living, you know. So.
But yeah, and then we had Elon. He pledged $70 million to Trump's campaign like a week and a half ago.
Damn, dude.
He was up there talking.
I saw some shit like Trump was like backing Elon. He was talking about how great Elon is.
And RFK is on board with Trump now too. Been talking him up. So it'd be RFK, Elon, and Trump, man. Along with a lot of other people.
I think he's gonna win. I really think he's gonna win.
I think legitimately he should win.
Yeah, I think he's the best choice. I think if he doesn't win,
He's 100% the best fucking choice.
it's the start of a cold era.
Yeah.
You know? And then, like, what's crazy is, like, you look at what is it? The last, 16 fucking years? The last 16 years? The Democrats have been in control for 4 of those 16 years. Mm-hmm. And then they're the ones bitching about Republicans fucking everything up. And it's like, you've had the majority control for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of these fucking problems are the product of your piss poor fucking policies, man. I get it. There's some shit you can't help. There are some aspects of inflation that cannot be helped through globalization. Like when we're dependent on other fucking countries, which we should have never fucking did to begin with. But what the fuck ever, man.
But again, Trump was trying to fix that shit too.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. But there's certain problems with conflicts that are out of your hand. You have to handle it. And yeah, these are going to affect things like the fucking economy, consumer confidence, all that shit and stuff, man. But I don't know, man. Like it's a cancerous fucking cell that has infected the goddamn Democratic Party in America. And
well, it's clearly this shit doesn't work. But then why do we just keep trying the same exact stuff over and over again?
I don't know.
It's the definition of insanity.
I don't know.
It's fucking stupid.
I don't know. That's why I had high hopes for RFK Jr. I was like, you know what? Maybe.
But if he could be on the team with Trump and get some position in the Trump cabinet, that would be fucking perfect.
Yeah, like make him Anthony Fauci's boss.
That'd be awesome.
That would be a fucking twist right there, wouldn't it? Well, Tony. You know. Oh, speaking of Tony, didn't you say Tony Hinchcliffe was doing some shit for Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, fuck. Comedian? As of the filming of this today, Tony Hinchcliffe is at Madison Square Garden in front of like a packed however fucking many people that shit holds, but he's up there promoting Trump. He was making some border jokes and stuff. I watched a couple.
So it's a whole show dedicated to Trump's campaign, essentially.
Yeah, it's basically like it's a Trump rally, is what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so fucking dope. Remember when we got to see that dude? We were like 3 feet from him, and he was like roasting us and shit and stuff. And it was like a couple of weeks. It was like 2 weeks after he roasted Tom Brady. I was like, fuck, man. That dude is good, man. His comedy is so good, especially in that room we were in. There was only like 100 people in there, and he's so good at it that he'll make the room very awkward and tense because of how he's making fun of people and stuff. But then he can flip it around and make it really funny too. Yeah. Like I don't know, like he really gets off to fucking with people. His job
is a fucking pro at it, dude.
Like, yeah, he's really good, man. Like a surgical.
He's
fucking
so quick
knife.
on the fly, man. Like.
I don't know how he's that fucking quick, man.
Like, the shit that he says would be, like, something that I would have to, like, plan months in advance for, but he just looks at a person that he's never fucking seen before and comes up with a whole thing. Like,
yeah, like a whole backstory and their shit and stuff, and it's like, damn, dude. You know? So, I don't know, but I do like Tony Hinchcliffe, though, but he's obviously a big supporter of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because free speech.
Yeah.
Like, no shit, you shouldn't, like, the people that are surprised that a gay dude is backing Trump, like, come on.
Yeah.
He's,
you know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What else can you say?
So,
you either get it or you don't at this point.
Yeah. You get it or you don't at this point. It's not really much to fucking go into on
there's
that.
No more to explain. Like.
God, yeah, I hope he wins. But you know what has me worried? The last 72 hours leading up to fucking election day. That's all. There's always at least one fucking thing that comes out about somebody. And I'll give you an example of what happened. Remember when fucking Trump was going toe-to-toe with Hillary Clinton and the entire country was like, not today, bitch? Okay. Well, fucking remember that bullshit she tried to pull about his fucking sexual assault allegations or whatever, where he just settled out of court to pay some chick, was like, fuck it, make it go away, this is bullshit or whatever, which is how civil fucking suits work, right? So anyway, Hillary Clinton wanted to pop off some fucking bullshit just before the election, and he said, nah, fuck that. So he found, it was like 7 or 8 women that had accused fucking Bill Clinton of sexually assaulting them, right? Some of them were staffers and shit from years ago. Some of it wasn't even all that long ago and shit. And he got a whole fucking table lined up at a press conference and had these women sitting around him, and he was stuck dead fucking middle, and live fucking television for the entire world to see, interviewed every one of those fucking victims of fucking Hillary Clinton's husband fucking sexually assaulting them, and then was like, yeah, who do you really want to fucking have in office? That bitch who fucking covered up and fucking lied to cover her fucking husband's ass?
You think she cares about women?
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here.
And he was like, or you want me, who will fucking bring this shit out? And motherfucker won, dude. Motherfucker won. I mean, I'm not saying Trump's the best fucking person. I think a lot of his like bravado and stuff, I'm like, some of the shit he did, like talking on Twitter and stuff, I'm like, hey man, like tone it down, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the fucking day, I think he actually does like the right fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
And I think he genuinely has America's best interest in mind. Whereas like people like Biden and Harris, they're like, globalization, we need to work with our allies. We need to blah, blah,
they don't
blah,
give
blah.
a fuck about America.
this ain't working with our allies. This is selling out the American fucking workforce.
This is laying on your back and getting fucked.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. And I don't know, it fucking just blows my mind, man. And I talk to kids about this shit all the time on campus. And the fucked up part, man, is a lot of these kids, they've never been out of their fucking parents' house. They've never been out of the fucking city that we're in. They never, most of them definitely never been out of the fucking state. If they took a trip, it's like, ooh, I went to Aspen in 06. Or it wouldn't have been 06. It would have been like fucking 16,
they probably really were. Like,
yeah,
like a family vacation. Like.
And it's like that's as far as they've gotten. Whereas you and I have been to legitimately third world countries and like legitimate war zones and like seen this shit. And it's like, bro, like this isn't a fucking game. Like if you don't take care of what is yours, that is what it becomes. And you think it's far fetched like for America to slip down from being the fucking superpower in the world? You really think that is far fetched? Then you're a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much happening right before our eyes right now.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like, the whole shit that, to quote Reagan again, like basically, fucking freedom can disappear in a single generation. It's up to that generation to actually fight for that and stuff. Like, it just isn't guaranteed.
Yeah. Just because you were born with it doesn't mean you can die with it.
Like, yeah. And these are dangerous fucking people, man, that are trying to gain and seize control, man. And just look at this shit. And, I know it sounds like fucking conspiracy theories. I know it sounds like fucking right-wing rhetoric that's just bullshit or whatever, because there is a lot of fucking bullshit out there. But just go to the fucking facts, man. Look at data leaks. Look, you can't fucking lie about the data, man. All that shit that WikiLeaks dumped, man. Right there, fucking black and white text, man. You can't, any goddamn person that even remotely gives a fuck about their own well-being or the well-being of this fucking country would never, not one fucking time, check the box on a fucking Democrat, dude. And they'd only do it for about half of the Republicans. And that's fucking God's honest truth right there, man. So, I don't know. Woo, buddy, it's gonna be a good election. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm excited. You know what? It's always an exciting time in America. But let's talk about the more important issue at hand. You think there's going to be riots no matter what?
Yeah. I would expect there to be.
Fuck yeah, dude. Every 4 years is like the purge in America.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. It doesn't matter who wins. It just becomes our fucking celebrated pastime every 4 years, You just fucking burn down the whole country or whatever,
Whatever gang wins is like the other side gets to go crazy.
Spray paint a big old dick on the fucking Lincoln Monument or whatever they do. I don't know, dude. Fuck, man. But yeah, man, I don't know. But at the end of the day, as always, man, I am actually super optimistic about all this. I think no matter what, we will pull through it. We will be fine. But I am a little curious as to why Biden fucking folded out real quick. And what I think happened with that is I think they threatened his ass with the 25th Amendment.
I mean, he definitely got pushed out. There's no way whenever one day he's like, I'm not backing down. I'm in this till the end. And then the next day he sends a letter and is like, I'm dropping out.
Yeah. I think they pulled him in a back room and they were like, hey, we'll invoke the 25th Amendment. We will get you out of here, or you can fucking just bow out with some grace and hold a fucking legacy. What do you want? And I think he was like, fuck it, it's over. I also think he had a bunch of medical shit going on. You had to be a fool not to believe otherwise. And
he had 2 major surgeries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Obama pinned him in the back room and was like, look, dude, you're out of here. You're out of here.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done. You hear me? You're done. You done?
As my personal hero would say, you're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. You're trash. You always been trash. You're always going to be trash.
Your wife's a dog.
Your wife's a dog? What did he say? Like, I don't call women dogs, just Rosie O'Donnell?
Oh, God. Something like that. Oh, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. But I don't know, dude. I am optimistic about all of it, dude. I do. And I think, like always, man, the fucking dawn is, or what was it? The night is the darkest before the dawn. Unless you're in D.C.
I'm just asking for another 70 years. Come on.
I don't know. I'm just curious, like, how bad can it actually really get? Just leave the episode at that.
Eating MREs and fucking speaking Chinese bad, or like
we should have just left the episode at that, where it's just like, how bad can it actually get? And that's like the famous last words, and then show clips of everything on fire and like cars flipped over and riots and shit. All right, man. I think that's a wrap for the show, man. All right, guys. As always, thanks for tuning into another episode, and get out there and vote, man. It's actually fucking important, no matter who you vote for.
Your miserable life depends on it.